Welcome to this month's episode of MyBar Risk Management Podcast, an initiative by the Malaysian Bar, brought to you by the Bar Council Risk Management Committee. My name is Mysahra Shawkat Ali. I am from the Professional Indemnity and Risk Management Department of the Malaysian Bar. Now, our guest for this episode is Haja Murshidah Mustafa. She is the Secretary of the Malaysian Bar. And Madam Secretary is here to share with us on the topic Membership Matters, Why It Matters. Now, Madam Secretary, this is your second year as Secretary, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay. So, in the past few years, I think you've got a lot of issues and members have been asking lots of questions about membership matters. So, I hope today you can enlighten them about what the membership issues or matters that they need to do every year. So my first question to you, Madam Secretary, you know, every year lawyers have to pay a list of subscription and levies. And every year Bar Council issues a circular reminding members. So why are these payments necessary?
Thank you, Ms. Mysahra, for having me on this session. Okay, I would like to share to all members regarding the memberships. Every year, when we want to renew our SAPC, we have to pay certain amount that is levy. Sometimes we just pay one shot and we are not sure this levy, this payment is meant for what. So I just want to share in general, every year we have to pay our annual subscription of 450 and also a few levies that we need to pay. For example, building fund, law care fund, legal aid fund, legal research fund, MyBar game, sport fund, compensation fund, and discipline fund. So all these total of 1,353.62. These are the subscription and the fund that members have to pay in order to apply for SAPC every year.
So do they need to pay it all one shot, 1,300?
Okay. So by 30th June every year, annual subscription is 450. So this is the amount that members have to pay before the deadline of 30th June every year.
Okay. Now, what happens if they don't pay?
The subscription, mean the annual subscription?
The annual subscription.
Okay. By 30th June, if let's say members sometimes they forget or they miss the deadline, there is a penalty. Penalty of 450. Usually every year, membership department receive many application for members who sometimes they say they forget, they want to apply to be waived waive the penalty, but it's impossible because this is every year. You have the date that you have to remember every year. This date never change, like Christmas date, 25th December never change.
Right.
This also never change. By 30th June, this is the deadline to pay subscription, or else there will be a penalty of 450. So this one you have to remember. All members must remember this. Meaning that it's something when you're practicing, you have to know there's deadline for all members. So this 30th June, even if you're LA, you're a partner, you have to remind, and that is a duty that you must know. Coming 30th June, before 30th June, actually coming June, you have to
make payments.
Make payment, yeah.
Now, I know in the list you've mentioned law care fund as well. Maybe we can talk a little bit more about law care fund.
Okay, law care fund. When we talk about fund, there is one fund which is meant to protect the welfare of members. That is law care fund, or now rebranding to MyBar Care. Okay, this is a fund of which we pay 100 ringgit. So under this fund, I'm also the chairman for our MyBar Care fund, our MyBar Care committee. Members, all members, irrespective of age, irrespective of area of practice, irrespective of locality, whether you are Kedah member ke, you are KL member ke, all have the same coverage. Even you are senior ke, you are junior ke, the same coverage whereby out of this 100 ringgit levy, we purchase group term life insurance. When the BC purchase group term life insurance, the coverage of which it covers death, it covers members who pass away. The beneficiaries will be paid 40,000 minimum. That is if members didn't opt to purchase the optional top-up. There is optional top-up. I will discuss later.
Alright.
But the minimum is 40,000 under our law care initiative.
Okay, so you mentioned top up.
Yeah.
How does that work? I mean, so everybody gets a 40,000
Yes.
cover
Yeah.
upon death.
Yes.
Correct? Of course, you need to submit to law care all the documentations, I believe.
Yeah.
But this top up, how does that work?
Okay, so when we say everybody, meaning that our beneficiaries lah.
Yeah,
Kan,
okay.
we are no longer around,
Okay.
kan? So our beneficiaries. Sebab members, some of us maybe you feel that you want to have a peace of mind and you want to leave to your beneficiaries a higher amount. So members have the option, the top-up option. This is voluntary top-up option. Our the minimum coverage is 40,000, but you have three options. Option A, if you want to top up another 40,000, the premium is on top of the 100 ringgit that you pay every year, the levy. You can top up for another 250 ringgit, 0.88 for this year lah, and the premium will be another 40,000, meaning that upon death, your beneficiaries will get 80,000 plus 2,000 funeral expenses. And also, under this coverage, all of them might not be aware, there is also coverage for repatriation. Repatriation means that if members who pass away abroad, so the cost of bringing the deceased back home, that is called repatriation, and the coverage is 40,000, that is the minimum. Because it happens, members who went abroad maybe for holiday or they attend like conference and they pass away. Recently, I think 2 years ago, there's one member who passed away abroad, and then the cost of bringing the deceased back home is about 20,000. I think the service, Asia has this service. So the beneficiaries can claim this amount based on the actual amount. But if let's say the actual amount of repatriation is more than 40,000, if your coverage is, you take the basic coverage 40,000, so you can claim up to 40,000 only. But if let's say there's top up, you can top up. First option is 40,000. Second option, top up of 30,000. Third option, top up of 20,000. Meaning that some of you, maybe you think you want to have a peace of mind because you want to have a higher coverage and benefit for your beneficiaries, you can do so. But I would like to remind you, members, the last date to purchase this top-up option is by 15 September. So please, you can find on our website the circular, and you can click on the link and please purchase it, because most of members, when we go, we have a road tour to all the states to share this. Most of members say they are not aware, maybe because they didn't read sometimes members you overlook this issue, and then it's already expired. But now you still have time to purchase the top-up options, and you can have a peace of mind. Should anything happen to you, your beneficiaries will be covered. And on top of that, Mysahra, besides coverage for death and repatriation, this initiative also cover for total permanent disablement. Okay, and also partial disablement. So it's total or partial disablement also is covered under this scheme.
Under the mandatory?
Mandatory.
And so if it's top
Top
up,
up
so they
also.
just get additional and it's still included.
Yes.
I don't think members know. I think some of it I just only realized having this. Is this the first year the top up is introduced?
No, every year.
Every year?
Yeah, every year.
Okay. Now, we've also got here, I see legal research, levies. So that would be the online research.
Yes, online research. Online. This is as what has been passed during our motion in the previous EGM. So our legal research coverage or levy is from 1st January to 30th June 2025 is 100. And 1st July 2025 to 30th December 2025 is 163.62. So it will differ lah, because based on based on the tender presented, and then our tender committee will propose, and then will go to the AGM for members to vote lah.
To vote. Okay, I see. Now, going back to becoming a lawyer, lawyers would also want to set up their own law firm.
Yes.
Sometimes they want to set up as a sole prop, sometimes as a partnership or join a partnership. Now, in the event of death, okay, I mean, you set up a law firm and then things happen, you've got law care to help you, but I'm quite, I was just wondering, what will happen to the law firm's name?
Okay.
As a sole prop, ABC and Co. I mean, the person's name is ABC and Co. So if ABC passes away, what happens to that law firm's name?
Okay, I'm sorry that today we are talking about death, kan? But it is something that we have to plan ahead, because as lawyers, sometimes we prepare wills, we prepare succession plan for our clients, but we forgot to prepare for ourselves. This is something that I think most lawyers, then you think of your clients, you prepare for your client, but you forget for yourself. Okay, our practice is either you are a sole prop or you are partners. So between these two, there are a difference, kan? Okay, as a sole prop, let's say if a sole prop pass away, so automatically the firm is dissolved. And then when the firm is dissolved, Bar Council will come in as an intervening solicitor to take over all the clients' files, and deal with the clients' file lah. So we have we can refer lah to our Bar Council CICFD.
Compliance, intervention and compensation fund
Yes.
department. Yeah.
So they deal with this lah. So meaning that all the sole proprietors, you have to inform your clerk, or maybe you have LA, or maybe your family members, anything happen to you, please inform your relevant state bar, so that they will know when upon the notification of death, and then state bar will inform Bar Council, and Bar Council will appoint lah intervening solicitor. So meaning that for a sole prop, automatic the firm will be dissolved. Okay, so what happened to the client's account? So the client's account, as I said, intervening solicitor will come in and deal with all the necessary arrangement lah for client's account. Okay, but the firm's account. So the firm accounts, what happened to the firm's account, office account? So this, if let's say there is a will, so this can be you can refer to the wills lah, what the will say lah, kan, the succession plan of this firm, and also can the money in the firm become the estate or harta pusaka. Okay, when you talk about harta pusaka, only the money in the office account of that firm can be included as harta pusaka.
Only office account.
Office account.
Okay.
But the client account, no, because that money belongs to the clients.
Right.
There are situations or issues whereby some maybe the fees is still put in the client account, but upon death, that lawyer, the sole prop, before that he has not transferred the fees from the client account to the office account. So what will happen? So when situation like this happen, so intervening solicitor will come in and will check lah all the money due to the client, and after they do all the listing and checking and payment, only the balance, and if it is verified that this money belongs to the office account, then only this can be treated as harta pusaka lah. Okay, and maybe if they want to distribute it according to faraid, LA, whatever, so that will be that lah. After the money, after our intervening solicitor verify that all the money due to client have been paid, dispersed. Okay.
So when as a sole prop, that is the process,
Yes.
and that is what happens.
What happened? Yeah.
But what if it's a partner? What happens to the partnership's
Okay.
name? So in the situation where Murshidah, Mysahra, and
As I said,
Ali, Murshidah, Mysahra, and Ali. So Ali passes away.
okay.
So can we keep his name in our firm name?
Okay. Intern partnership is a different story because usually partners will have a partnership agreement. Okay, so this is very important. You should have a partnership agreement, especially if you have a lot of partners and then you have a lot of branches. So you should have a partnership agreement. For me, it's a mandatory because you have to spell out what happened. If one partner passed away, what happened to the firm, what happened to the file, what happened to the client, everything. So we will refer to the partnership agreement. So this is why sometimes you go into a partnership, make sure you have partnership agreement.
So in this situation, let's say Murshidah Mysahra is in one law firm in KL and Ali is in another state. If he in the situation where he passes away, so we still have to inform and what happens to his files there. So if he's in Johor, we go and take over the files, or how is it?
Okay, the partner, they have the rights.
So we have the right.
Yeah, you go because when you are a partner, meaning that if even though we have branches in all the states, for example, a partner has a duty to oversee all the branches. Meaning that, let's say, in one branch, partner, he is in KL, but he has a branch in Kedah, for example. He is also responsible for all the files, the client's account, and the clients in that firm, in that branch. So you cannot say, oh, I'm a partner here also, I don't want to know about that. No.
So we have a right, lawyers have a
Yes,
right
yes.
to check on the other partner's
Yes.
branch at
Yes.
any point in time.
Yes.
So this one goes back into another discussion I wanted to talk about on client's account and office account.
Yeah.
What happens if in KL, in Johor, in Penang, so should they be maintaining different clients account and office accounts for the branches? How is it? How would it go?
Okay, right now, the practice of client's account in different branches, some branches, some partnerships, maybe they maintain one account. Some may be more. So that is the practice of, in general, of partners. Some they maintain only one account. Some they have different branch, different account. But I think the general rule is all partners has to be responsible of whatever dealings with any client accounts. All the partners must take responsibility should anything happen to other partners or other firms, other branch clients account. All partners are duly liable.
So, Madam Secretary, you mentioned earlier about office accounts and clients account just for the benefit of everyone, especially the young lawyers who are not managing a law firm, not an owner. What's the difference between an office account and client's account?
Okay, Mysahra. As we know, this is a basic that all lawyers should know lah. But then I would like to emphasize again, office account and client account is a two different and separate account, whereby the client account and the office account, the main difference is client account is a stakeholder money. So in the client account, you can never touch the money in the client account because it's not your money. You are being a stakeholder only. Okay. Whereas client account is the money belongs to the firm. If you're sole prop, your partners, you can only deal with the office accounts money. Whereas client account is stakeholder money. Some of the members or some of the firms, or maybe if you want to set up a new practice, some they ask, do they have to have a client account? As I said, client account is stakeholder money. If in your practice you do not deal with stakeholder money, maybe sometimes you say you only do criminal work, for example, and has nothing to do with stakeholder money, then you don't have to have a client account. Okay, so not necessary that all practice must have a client account. Only when you are dealing with stakeholder money, then It's compulsory to have a client account.
Do lawyers who have client accounts have to inform Bar Council?
When we apply for our SAPC, we have to submit the client's account.
Okay.
So this is where it's compulsory for you to send your client account for auditor. Because every year when you submit SAPC, you must also submit the client's account, audited report, AR report of the client's account.
I see. So an auditor's report, you mean, right?
Yeah, auditor's report.
So I know that in the past, with Bar Council has issued some circulars saying that there are accountants who actually sign the auditor's report.
Yeah.
Is that possible?
Actually, you have to differentiate between accountant and auditor.
Okay.
Accountant, they prepare your accounts, but it has to be certified by a certified auditor. So this is sometimes, if members, you have to be careful. You have to ensure that your client account is audited and signed by an audited
Public chartered accountant, I think that's what they're called.
public charter,
Yes, right.
kan? So sometimes maybe if you let's say lah, if the person who sign it is only an accountant, not auditor, so your accountant report, your accounts report can be questioned, the validity of that report.
So what can happen if someone submits a report that's signed by an accountant?
So mean that your report, accountant report, is not valid.
Madam Secretary, how long have you been in practice?
Well, I think it's about 30 years already.
Wow.
Yeah.
30 years plus.
Yeah, so you can guess lah how old I am.
And you're very young. You're very young. So actually, a lot of benefits being a member of the Malaysian Bar. Even if you cease practice, right? So even if a lawyer has submitted their notice of cessation, they still enjoy some benefits. What benefits would they still continue to enjoy, Madam Secretary?
After they cease practice?
Yes.
Okay, after they cease practice, actually, in terms of PII, they are still covered. The good news is they are still covered.
Covered for negligence claims.
For negligence under PII, our main policy. Okay. How about law care? Okay. Under our law care coverage, after a member cease practice, because in order to be covered or to have benefits under law care, you must have a valid SAPC. Meaning that if you still have a valid SAPC, you will be covered lah. You can get all the benefit under our law care scheme. But there are exceptions. For example, maybe a member cannot renew SAPC due to illness. So we will look at this on case-to-case basis. Remember, during COVID time, a lot of our members pass away, and sometimes they are not able to renew SAPC due to these issues, due to illness. So we look at it case-to-case basis, and sometimes even though they do not have SAPC, but with a justified reason and circumstances, still the law care benefit can cover, meaning that their beneficiaries will still enjoy the benefit, the minimum of 40,000 payout for death. But I also would like to touch under the MyBar Care Scheme, a lot of members sometimes, especially the senior members, you forget to update the nomination form of your beneficiaries. Because if sometimes when you start practice, your beneficiaries are maybe your children. At that time, maybe you only have two child. But as time goes by, you have more child. Kan? But you forget to update in the beneficiary form. So please update who are your beneficiaries, because if you didn't update, sometimes it happens that we cannot find in the form your beneficiaries. So how are we going to pay? Usually, if all the document in orders, meaning that in the beneficiary form, you put the name of your beneficiaries, the contact number, so the process of payment will take only 2 weeks. Okay. But if let's say you didn't update the form, and sometimes in cases whereby a member previously put the name of the spouse, but as time go by, maybe that spouse become ex, but the name is still there.
It's still there,
So
right.
we still have to pay based on the name that you put in your beneficiary form. So please update. Sometimes you have forgotten whom you put as your beneficiaries. And there are cases whereby it takes about 14 years for law care to pay.
Wow.
Because we cannot find the beneficiaries. And when we find the beneficiaries, they have not, they cannot produce the LA. And in one case, we found out the member who passed away have more than one wife.
Okay.
So there's a disputes between them. So it takes a long time for them to settle that disputes. And after 14 years, then only we can pay to the beneficiaries. And one of the beneficiary said, should we receive this money 14 years back, it would be very beneficial for us. At that time, we need this money to support all the children, their school and everything. But then because the member failed to fill in this form,
The
beneficiary form, so we still pay, but then it take a long time to find beneficiary, for them to get LA or Farah 8 and so on. So I will advise all members, please update you can go to the circular, you just click the link and then update the name of the beneficiary so that it will be easier. If all the document in order, between in about 2 weeks, the payment will be paid to your beneficiaries.
I see. So where can members find the forms?
In our website.
On the Malaysian Bar
Malaysian
website?
Bar website. So the form is under the law care fund, and then you can just click it. Okay, and then you fill in and you send to the secretariat lah.
Okay. And then if members have any questions about law care, they can also call the secretariat.
Yeah, call the secretariat.
Yes. Okay. Great. So I guess that's all that we have time for this episode. Any parting words from you?
Thank you, Mysahra and RM department for having me here for this sharing session. Members of the bar, I would like to remind you, as members of the bar, we enjoy the benefit of one is PRI coverage for our practice. Second is the law care coverage for ourselves and our beneficiaries. So, members, don't forget, as you take care of your client, don't forget to take care of yourself first. Thank you.
Such powerful parting words. Thank you once again, Madam Secretary, for joining us on this podcast. Dear members, until we meet again in the next podcast session, this is a sign off from the MyBar Risk Management Podcast, brought to you by the Risk Management Committee.